SRO Magazine, your number one source for music and entertainment news and interviews. SRO.
So what is up, everybody? This is Insanity here for SRO Magazine, and I have the lead guitarist for Tesla here with me on the phone. And what's up, Frank? How's it going, man?
Hey, it's going great, man. We just got back from Europe, did a bunch of shows over there, and played some festivals, man, and got a new album out, and can't complain, man. Life is good.
Yeah, man. I mean, you guys are still kicking it after 30 plus years, man. What's it feel like to have this kind of staying power and longevity in a business that's so inconsistent and unstable at times?
Well, you sure hit the nail on the head there. It's inconsistent business that's based on trends and stuff, but I feel very grateful, man. I never would have thought, I knew this was going to be my life when I committed to it when I was 10 years old, but I never, thought that far ahead to, 2014, and here we are,
Yeah, man, you guys are still rocking it, dude.
Yeah, and I feel very grateful because we came from an era, the 80s era is pretty brutal as far as how people treat the 80s bands, and a lot of the 80s bands can't do what we do. So I'm just glad we wrote some good songs and that we have some diehard fans that are loyal to us.
Yeah, man, definitely. I think I became a fan of you guys in '89, I believe it was, when the Love Song, I heard that song, and I think I was like 9 years old, man, and I was just rocking out. I remember me and my sister rocking out to that song, and that's when I was hooked from then on, man. You guys just have some amazing, you personally as a guitarist, I mean, you have some amazing riffs that you write, and I mean, the vocals are just top notch, but where do you get your inspiration for the songs? I mean, yeah, I know earlier in the 80s, there's probably a different kind of motivation behind your music, being that you were a lot younger, but what is your motivation with these latest albums, especially Simplicity that just came out?
Well, that's a multi-question. So I'll just start with the first part of it. The inspiration, usually comes when you're just like in a depending on what kind of mood you're in. It could be in the middle of the night or it could be in the middle of the day. If you're, strumming on a guitar and you stumble on some chords that kind of match the feeling that you're in. Love Song, for example. I was just kind of in a melancholy kind of mood, strumming some minor chords, and they fit together kind of nicely, and I showed it to Jeff, and our singer, and he put some words to it, and usually it starts like that on the guitar, and then, we add the vocals to it based on the mood of the chords that are on the guitar. Simplicity, the album, our new album, Simplicity, just came out. It's the same thing. The only difference is now that we're older, it's hard to do that writing process at home. So we had to go away and go to a friend's house in Virginia that was real secluded, and we spent 3 weeks there secluded from everything, just focusing on our ideas for songs.
Yeah, definitely.
So we could focus, because it's hard to focus when, the dog's barking or the landscaper's out there mowing the lawn and you're trying to pick on a guitar,
Yeah, you got to have your clear mind, that's for sure. You got to, so the creative juices can flow. You got to have your mojo, so definitely got to be away from everything. I know how that is. Everyday life kind of can get in the way. So overall, after you guys wrote that, Simplicity, I mean, how soon after you guys were in the writing process were you guys in the studio recording the album?
We did it bam, bam, bam right away. Everything was set to a goal. We had a goal that we had to get this record out this summer because we didn't want to wait any longer to have a new record. And there's deadlines. So we also have found over the years that if we set a deadline goal for ourselves and then work backwards, it works out. So what we did is we set a goal to release this album in June, which meant we had to be done with it by April. So we started writing in November, took a break over the holidays, and did some more writing in January, and then jumped right into the studio February, March, and April we were done with it.
Awesome, man. Well, it sounds like you guys are pretty efficient. I guess doing this for almost, over 3 decades, you kind of get a flow. Now, what is it any different at this stage in your life? With you guys being older, is it any different as far as the process or the songwriting process? Is it any harder for you guys to come up with stuff?
No, the only reason it's harder, like I said, is because we have a lot more responsibilities and distractions. When we were kids, we didn't have anything to do but play music.
Hell yeah, man.
But now that we're a lot older, and it's a little bit more difficult just to find time to do it. No, the ideas come naturally, man. The riffs come. We're still very hungry and fired up to play. When we play our live shows and we tour and stuff, man, we're on fire. The band is better than we've ever been, really. We've calmed down a little bit, so we play better.
yeah, definitely. You slow down after a while, and then your body can't. I learned when you get older, sometimes your body can't take as much. So it's like, I got to slow down. So maybe I could see how that could definitely benefit you too. But I mean, it's great that you guys are still doing, kicking after 30 years. And I think really Simplicity was an amazing album. And I want to ask you, how do you guys manage to keep the music so fresh? Because on Simplicity, you guys had a lot of the new, like modern rock, vibes, but you managed to keep the old, the kind of the old vibe too that you had back in the earlier albums. How do you manage to keep it fresh and keep that mix?
I really don't know. We just kind of do what we do. And there's some things that we'll try not to overdo, like playing the blues and stuff like that. A lot of music styles have been overplayed, and so like me personally, I'm a big fan of blues and country and bluegrass and stuff like that. But obviously, if we're writing those kind of songs, it sounds old, So I just keep it rocking. And Tesla always puts acoustic guitars and stuff on the albums mixed in with the electrics, and that's part of our sound. And
definitely.
But there's a lot of great new music out there, and it's just a lot of it's independent now, and we're in total control of our business and our band now. That's what's great about. Everybody says the music business has changed so much, but in a lot of ways, it's been for the better.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. There's a lot of independent bands that are do-it-yourself type things that don't even do the label stuff anymore. They just kind of go out and hope for the best,
Yeah, and they work on the music themselves, and they're in complete control of everything. And and if they're really good, they'll get noticed by the people on YouTube or something.
Definitely, that's the way to go. And hope that somebody that's important sees your stuff, and then that's your big break. So it's definitely the age of YouTube and Facebook. Even though I think Facebook's evil, but that's just me. They want your money, man. But let me ask you a couple personal questions just geared towards you. What was I know you started playing guitar when you were about 10 years old. What was your first guitar that you ever owned?
Oh, geez. Well, there was a nylon string acoustic guitar laying around the house that belonged to my uncle who died in Vietnam, and he never came home, and so I kind of inherited that one. But the first guitar I saved up for was a Les Paul copy. I did some lawn mowing jobs around the neighborhood and saved up my money, and it was about $100.
Awesome.
I don't remember the brand of it. I don't even think it had a name. It was just a copy of a Les Paul.
Oh, that's all right. Those, it's still Les Paul, so it's still, still one of the best guitars you can get, right?
Yeah, that design, Gibson design, was designed in the 50s, and it hasn't gotten any better than that.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely take the cake as far as design and quality of product for sure for any guitarist, really. Let me ask you, because I noticed this on your bio, reading a little bit about you. I noticed that you had a 4-year gap between 96 and 2000 that you weren't in the band. It showed, what was the reason behind you leaving the band for 4 years? Was it just kind of to collect yourself, or?
Well, I didn't leave the band necessarily. The band broke up. All of us parted ways for 4 years. We should have just took a break. We put our first album out in '86, and we worked from '86 to '96 without a break. We just toured around the world 9 months out, straight, all the time with no breaks, and album after album. And one of the guys in the band got a little too out of control, and the band self-destructed, and we got mad at each other and broke up. And then we all tried some side projects. I had a band called Moondog Maine for a while. A couple of other guys had a couple projects, but it just was never as good or the same as Tesla. And then a friend of ours at a radio station in Sacramento, our hometown, offered us to get back together and do a reunion show, and it worked out nicely.
Well, there you go then. And then you kind of got the solidarity and then the brother kind of vibe and stuff, and you guys just kind of said, well, let's just do this. Let's go back to doing this. We miss it. pretty much.
Yeah. And then we got a new guitarist to replace the guy that was having the problems. And we have a new guy who's been with us now for almost 10 years. His name's Dave Rude.
Awesome,
and he's
man.
a great guitar player, great addition to the band.
Yeah, man. Well, it's cool that, you've kept a lot of the structure. I mean, you and the lead singer, you guys have been there since the beginning. You guys haven't really, it's hard to find a band that has, original members that have been together for that long. I mean, a lot of, nowadays, especially, I think I see a lot of bands switch out members and they have a hard time keeping members, or members just can't keep their shit together. But I mean, it's amazing. You guys are kind of a testament to what the music business should be when it's done right, I believe, in my opinion.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate the kind words. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it that people don't have a clue, A lot of coordinating, a lot of planning, flights, getting crew members together. I mean, a lot of our road crew is the same people that have been with us for years as well, because it's a chemistry when you get a group of people together and you get a team together of people that work well. You try to keep that chemistry correct.
Absolutely, man. I mean, you guys have a strong core and a great group of supporters. And I know I could say for myself, your fans are never gonna forget about you. I mean, we're always gonna be, diehard fans. One more question for you, then I'll get your social links here. Have you guys, when you guys are writing songs and like ballad type songs, do you guys ever think, try to recreate love song, or are you guys just trying to get something new, some sort of new vibe from your music?
Oh yeah. We don't think along those lines of recreating a love song, or we don't really think about it that way. We just try to come up with new ideas and new chord changes. It's music is a series of chords, on the guitar or the piano or whatever it is, and you just try not to repeat them too many times, But when you go from one like an A minor to an F or something like that, if you just pick it a little differently, it's a different song. You make a different song out of it.
Yeah, definitely. I was just curious because you guys that must have been overwhelming in the, and I think it was 89 when that song came out. I mean, it must have been overwhelming for you guys as far as, were you guys blown away by the reception? I mean, I know you guys were, really popular by that point, but I mean, that song just completely blew up and was everywhere. What was that feeling like for you guys, and how did you guys handle all the popularity and fame that came with that?
Well, it was amazing but I was pretty young at the time. I was only 21 years old, which is pretty young state of mind. It was all happening so fast when it did happen, but it took a long time to get there. I mean, we didn't really blow up until the 5-Man Acoustical Jam record came out, and Signs was a big hit for us as well, and that was kind of an accident. We just played a live show and recorded it, and everyone really liked it. It was just a matter of timing, and but the funny thing is, you keep mentioning Love Song, but the record company didn't even like that song. We had to fight to get that song on the record.
That's funny how that works out, huh? Like, that's just
yeah.
Was that one you guys were like, no, we have to have this? Like, this is it?
Yeah, we loved it because it was different. It had an acoustic solo at the beginning, and then it went into a verse, then it went into a bridge, and then a chorus, and then that was it. And normally a song goes verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Well, this one just went from one extreme to the other, and they didn't think it was really finished, and we thought it was finished, and we loved it, so we fought for it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that song, the reason I bring that up is because that song is like probably my top 3 songs ever. Like, I think that's in the top. I can't say which. I don't know which order it would be, but definitely in the top 3 ever. Like, songs ever written. That Love Song is it for me. Like, it's in the top 3 ever.
Well, hey, man, I really appreciate that, Tom. That's really cool. And you know what? I'm going to tell Jeff, the singer, that you said that.
Yeah, definitely.
We did a show in England the other day, and we accidentally left it out of the set list because we only had 30 minutes, and he was upset about it. So I'm going to let him know that you feel that way.
Absolutely, man. I'm a big supporter. I'm gonna try and push your music hard. I don't think enough people know about you, and they need to, because you guys are just real dudes, and you guys are just real musicians, and you guys, I can tell you really feel the music. So, just keep the music going, man. Don't let the music die, and you guys are gonna do great with Simplicity. I actually reviewed the album. I got a chance to review it, and I think I gave it like an 8.5 out of 10. It was a masterpiece, and I like the ballad on there. You guys had a nice a nice variety. And I think that I even said one of the songs sounds like a mixture between, like, I think it was, I said Buck Cherry and Led Zeppelin, I believe, or no, Aerosmith. It sounded a bit like a mix between Buck Cherry and Aerosmith, one of the songs. So I was really impressed with what you guys had.
Well, that sounds great, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate the review, and yeah, rock and roll, Aerosmith, Buck Cherry, Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, all that stuff. Those are all our influences. That kind of music.
I would love to see Tesla on tour with, like, it'd be cool to do like a tour with like Aerosmith or somebody. You guys need to get together with one of the classic rock bands, the ones that in the '80s. Let's do a like a kind of '80s reunion thing or something. I mean, that'd be cool to do like a group from the older times. Back when music was funner. I believe music was funner. But I know we're on limited time, man. Let's do this. Let me go ahead and get your social links, man, so we can get that out to you, so your fans can know where to find you guys at.
Well, we have www.teslatheband.com. It's not Tesla the car or the man. It's Tesla the band.
Tesla the band.
And you can search me, Frank Hannon. You just search Hannon. It's my last name. Just search for me, and you'll find me.
Awesome, man. Well, go look him up. He's an amazing guitarist and wrote some of the most influential songs. So go check him out, Frank Hannon. Go check him out. Go check out Tesla. And support these guys. They've been kicking it for a long-ass time, and they definitely deserve it. So go check them out. And, Frank, I greatly appreciate the time, brother, man.
All right. Thank you, Tom, and SRO Magazine. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and be safe out on the road there on the tour. I know you guys are touring a lot, so be safe on the road, man.
You got it. Bye.
All right. Bye.
For more information on all the greatest bands in rock today, and for all your music and entertainment news, you know where to go. Go to SRO. That's SROMagInc.com. SRO Magazine is sponsored by Kick-Ass Cables, PhDRadio.com, Robert's Guitar, TDLMusicGroup.com. The SRO audio and video was done by Carson Drive Studios and SROMagInc.com.